Good day. Here are today's top stories for the Pna Headlines. Senatorial candidate Panfilo Lacson lauded President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s policy of forging alliances to fend off threats in the West Philippine Sea. In a press conference of the Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas senatorial slate in Dumaguete City, Lacson said that the Marcos administration's balance of power strategy have been a deterrent against China's aggression. He said that consolidating strengths with powerful countries can make them strong or even stronger than China. Lacson said this strategy would prevent war, as China would have to think 10 times before staging a possible assault on a Philippine or allied vessel. He noted that the Mutual Defense Treaty between the Philippines and United States is a potent deterrent. Lacson reiterated his full support for the Marcos administration's policy of never surrendering a square inch of Philippine territory to any foreign power. The Commission on Elections has directed all survey companies, including personalities who conduct their own election surveys, to register and report all of the surveys they have conducted so far. The poll body said this is to promote transparency, as election surveys hold significant influence in shaping voters' choices and preferences. The Comelec and Bank issued resolution number 11117 ordering any entity that publicly holds an election survey are required to register with the Comelec Political Finance and Affairs Department. Those who fail to register will have their authority to conduct and publish election surveys suspended. Registered survey firms must also submit a comprehensive report of their activities. Meanwhile, broadcast media outfits may publish an election survey if it contains the name of the outfit that conducted the survey, along with the name of the entity that commissioned or paid for the survey. The Comelec warned that failure to comply with the guidelines may face an election offense. The Department of Agrarian Reform has condoned nearly 20 million pesos worth of amortizations by 111 agrarian reform beneficiaries in Naik, Cavite. The DAR said the beneficiaries are expected to each receive today a certificate of condonation with release of mortgages for farmlands they received under the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. Provincial Agrarian Reform Program Officer James Arthur Dubonco said this is the highest number of certificates and the largest debt settled in Naik so far. Earlier, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. ordered to condone the debts, including interest and charges incurred by agrarian reform beneficiaries from the amortization of their lands. The Philippine Statistics Authority has opened registration for the PhilSys National ID for children below 1 year old. The PSA said the parent or guardian registering the child should already be registered to the national ID system, as the child's national ID number will be linked to the adult's number. The adult may register together with the child at the same time in case they don't have a national ID yet. Applicants should present a certificate of live birth from the PSA or local civil registry office, or any document showing the full name of the child, full birth date and a birthplace, the full name of mother, and the full name of the father if acknowledged. Other supporting documents include a report of birth issued by the PSA or Philippine Foreign Service Post, certificate of foundling issued by the PSA, certificate of live birth or persons with no known parent, municipal form number 102 issued by the local civil registry office, and Philippine passport or e-passport issued by the Department of Foreign Affairs. As of February 5 this year, over 92 million Filipinos successfully registered to the national ID system. In our business news, the Department of Agriculture has temporarily banned the import of poultry products from 4 U.S. states to prevent the spread of highly pathogenic avian influenza. This came after the U.S. Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service confirmed on February 3 the outbreaks of H5N1 bird flu in Illinois, Minnesota, Ohio, and Wisconsin. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. ordered the suspension of processing and issuance of sanitary and phytosanitary import clearances on poultry products from the 4 U.S. states. The temporary ban includes the import of domestic and wild birds, poultry meat, eggs, day-old chicks, and semen. The DA earlier imposed a similar import ban in the U.S. states of Maryland, Missouri, and South Dakota, as well as in East Otago, Waitaki, and Canterbury in New Zealand. In other news, motorcycle sales in the country increased by 7% in 2024, according to the Motorcycle Development Program Participants Association, or MDPPA. At least 1.68 million motorcycles were sold last year from 1.57 million in 2023. The MDPPA cited the upcoming 2025 elections, favorable economic conditions, and House bills supporting the motorcycle industry among the factors behind the increase in sales. It said this is the highest sales figure for the motorcycle sector in over 5 years. Meanwhile, automobile manufacturers plan to sell 500,000 cars in 2025, exceeding last year's over 467,000 units. The Chamber of Automotive Manufacturers in the Philippines Incorporated, or CAMPI, said they are banking on the newly rolled out models and the introduction of new models later this year. This January, CAMPI's joint report with the Truck Manufacturers Association of the Philippines showed that they have sold 37,604 units, 79.4% of which consisting of commercial vehicles. They also sold 1,445 hybrid electronic vehicles, 146 battery electric vehicles, and 9 plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website, pna.gov.ph, or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I'm Wilnard Barcelona. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.